Rick Romell is the business reporter for the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and he joins me now. Welcome, Rick.
Hi, Kelly. Thank you.
So we're all trying to figure out how far we have come, Rick, from the plans to build a giant manufacturing plant to make TVs. What is the Foxconn plant looking like now?
Well, we're trying to figure that out as well, Kelly. The latest word is that it will be what they call a Generation 6 liquid crystal display panel plant with a ton of research complex around it.
And that research complex, the focus on that announcement, everyone said, well, wait a minute, we thought this was to create blue-collar manufacturing jobs in a part of the country where they've been cleared out. Now it sounds like these are white-collar jobs. Is that putting it too finely?
No, that's correct. That change has been in the making for some months, though. But I will say when Foxconn presented its initial plans to the state of Wisconsin in 2017, they called for these roughly 13,000 jobs. About 2/3 of them were to be what I call factory jobs that people with a high school education could fill. And that over the last 6-7 months has shifted in greater and greater proportion, where Foxconn is now saying that as many as 90% of the workforce would be engineers or other knowledge workers.
And it's not to say there's a problem with those jobs either, Rick, but they were given a lot of incentives. They said they would create as many as 13,000 jobs. And the governor, Scott Walker, basically lost his governorship over how much the state was willing to subsidize this plant to create a new manufacturing chain, right?
I won't weigh in on what factors figured into Governor Walker's loss to Tony Evers. Suffice it to say, Foxconn was a significant issue in the campaign.
And how much did they end up saying they promised Foxconn in order to come here and build this plant and create these jobs?
Well, that can be a little tricky, but the state essentially has offered $3 billion in incentives, which would amount to roughly $2.85 billion in. It turns out to be a cash payment if Foxconn meets its targets. And then there's another $150 million in tax breaks on construction materials that they purchase. I will say the state deal is structured as a pay-for-performance contract. So Foxconn, in order to get the payments from the state, Foxconn has to create a certain number of jobs, has to spend a certain amount of money on its complex in Racine County.
Right, and they've missed some of those deadlines already. So, Rick, of the 13,000 jobs, how many have they created so far?
Well, as of December 31st, it was 178, and that was 82 short of the target number that they needed to hit to qualify for state tax credits for 2018. So they missed that. They still have a chance to make it up in future years and recoup the money that they didn't get for 2018 so far. But also keep in mind that the 2018 incentive payment was less than 1% of the total that's available to Foxconn. So we've got a long way to go on this.